You're still watching your award-winning channels television. Coming up next is River State New Year's State Banquet holding in Port Harcourt. Stay with us.
In this state is one that gives impartial judgment and ensures law and order in society. As I propose this toast, I also acknowledge the fact that there is a transformation that the River State Judiciary has undergone over the years under the leadership of Governor Wike. And given the right tools that have been given to the judiciary, that it is our hope that there will be no innocent prisoner in any custodial center in River State. I also agree that under the watch of the current Chief Judge, with the necessary support of the government of River State, that the judiciary in the state exemplifies justice, a justice system that the people can believe in. A system and interpretation of law and order where the people can feel free, where the law is no respecter of anybody, whether the mighty or those in the valley. This is the judiciary. I stand here on behalf of the people as a steward of the people of the state to propose this toast. I say this in unequivocal terms because I know that the judiciary in River State is impartial. I know that the transformation that has taken place has taken the River State judiciary up to the point where just a few days ago the family court was established to defend the interests of children. This is a judiciary I know that when you protect the children, that the future of the state is assured. There is no society that can develop, there is no society that can transit beyond where it is without necessarily taking into account the future and the interests of children. This is what the River State Judiciary stands for. And therefore, request of us, for those of us who were early drinkers as we came, to recharge our glasses, and for those whose glasses are still filled, to rise as I propose this toast in all sense of humility and dedication as a steward of the people in honor of a judiciary that stands out amongst others and delivers justice impartially to all. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Yes.
You're right. Hear the children crying for love. Hear the children crying on love. And then together and feel alright. One more time, say one love. I really love to ask.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, to propose a toast to the legislature, may I respectfully invite the head of service, River State Civil Service, Rufus N. Godwins, Esquire, DSSRS.
His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Chief Nyesom, SNW Wike, CON, GSS, ROS, Life Venture, Doctor of Laws, Honoris Causa. I would take the benefit of his brief absence to go the whole hog of the protocol, because it's only proper that His Excellency be present when I'm proposing this toast. And now that we are rejoined by His Excellency, I want to specially recognize all Your Excellencies and my Lords as fully set out in the protocol and order of precedence established by Chief Advocate Ms. Maka, MON, DSS, ROS, and to adopt it for economy of time. Your Excellencies, my Lords, ladies and gentlemen, my task is to propose a New Year toast to the Parliament, the House of Assembly of Rivers State Legislature. In doing this, I take cognizance of the fact that it is well settled that every democracy is anchored on the tripod of three arms: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. In our constitution, it is listed out under sections 4, 5, and 6. That is the legislature under section 4, the executive under section 5, and the judiciary under section 6. For a harmonious and healthy, successful relationship, the three arms are nationally independent, but they work complementarily. The idea that a legislature has to be radical and hostile to the executive in order to show independence is historically fallacious and not supported by the Constitution. The first time this was put to test was in England in the year 1642, when King Charles I was the King of England. He had sought appropriated funds to fight Scotland in that year. And a stubborn speaker by the name William Wintle refused to approve the fund requested by the king. And the king, running out of patience, physically accompanied by sheriffs, stormed the parliament and wanted to arrest 5 of the opposition leaders in parliament. And to which the speaker, a very principled man, made this very famous statement that parliamentarians are familiar with. He said, Your Majesty, I have neither the eyes to see nor the tongue to speak concerning the whereabouts of the 5 members that Your Majesty is seeking. I abide by the leadership of this House, being a servant to do and to act that which they ask me to do. That led to the war that is historically known as the War of the Roundhead. Parliament went into war against the King of England. That war lasted for over a decade. And at the end of the day, the king was tried for treason. King Charles was executed for treason against the people of England. How did that help the development of democracy? The king prorogued parliament for 11 times, sacked parliament. Now, a society that is more informed has drawn the line that parliament do not need to be stubborn and be hostile to the executive to show that we're independent. That was why in 2021, when Prime Minister Boris Johnson tried to prorogue parliament by suspending it for 5 weeks, they went to court. And the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom held by a majority that Prime Minister have no power to dissolve or suspend parliament. They need to work together harmoniously, though independently in their realm of operation. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Parliament of Rivers State, the House of Assembly, represented by the Speaker and the Leader and all the principal officers of the House here, And the distinguished senators and members of the House of Reps at the national level have shown that they are students of history. You do not need to contend with the chief executive to show you are independent, but to work harmoniously to realize the vision of the chief executive of the state, that is His Excellency the Governor. And that is why I feel proud that in the last 7 years plus, this legislature in Rivers State has proved itself to be a worthy partner working harmoniously with the governor to realize the new vision for Rivers State. By so doing, they've not compromised their autonomy. They passed laws. This 9th Assembly will be credited with passing the highest number of laws than any other previous session of the Assembly has ever done. And they are working together with the executive. And we commend this. Therefore, my honor and privilege to invite this august House to rise, accepting the Speaker and members of the legislature who will be the beneficiaries of this toast, to sit as I propose this toast to a healthier working relationship in 2023 and beyond for the good and benefit of our state. Cheers to the Parliament of Nigeria and of Rivers State in particular. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, so to superintend over the cutting of cake, may I respectfully invite the Honorable Justice Florence Fiberesima, DSSRS.
Your Excellency, let me have the privilege to say a very Happy New Year to Your Excellencies on the high table and my Lord. I think this is a very significant evening, and so permit me, Your Excellency, to kindly request and urge you to please step out so we can do the honor of having the cake cut. Your Excellencies on the high table and all the distinguished personalities on the high table, please. While they are coming out, I think we can beat our chest to say that we have just stepped into a new year that will be filled with a lot of good things for us in Rivers State. The state will continue to prosper. The state will continue to receive the goodness and the mercies from our God. We're going to go on to greater heights, and we will continue to celebrate. I think please come a little bit closer, please. Okay. No. You have to widen up a little bit, sir. So the pictures will capture you. Okay. Please join me. Your Excellency, please put your hand. Thank you. I think we can say in the name of Jesus. Jesus is our Lord and our Savior in this state. So maybe we should spell. Please give me a day. Happy New Year, everyone. Give me a J. Good, that's it. Give me an E. S, a U, and S. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Jolly Papa boy, Jolly Papa boy, Jolly Papa Miami, Mama.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I respectfully invite a man whose core values are unbeatable, a man whose heart is hinged on the unity of the Rivers people, the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwa Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, Life Bencher.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Your Excellency, our dear leader, the former Governor of the state, Sir Dr. Peter Odley, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of River State, and your dear wife, our mother, retired Justice Mary Odley, Commander, Federal Republic, Grand Service Star of River State. So most of you don't know that her own order is higher than the husband's own order. The husband's order is Commander of the Order of the Niger. Her own is Commander of the Federal Republic. You see? Clap and clap. But the bigger thing is that the husband was former governor, which is superintending even her too. So the husband's order is bigger than her own order. The Right Honorable Speaker of the State Assembly, the Distinguished Service Star of River State, the President of the Customary Court of Appeal, representing the Chief Judge of River State, the single Senator of the Federal Republic, representing River Southeast, Senator Dr. Chief Barenada Mpigi, the Chairman, Zonal Chairman of our great party in the South-South, Chief Danobi, the Single Service Star of River State, Chairman of our party in the state, His Excellency Ambassador Desmond Akao, former Nigerian ambassador to the Republic of South Korea, distinguished service star of Rivers State. Thank God he has not gotten commander of the Order of the Niger, because he has gotten excellency. Me, I'm excellency, his excellency. So the way he has not gotten now is commander of the order and the grand service star. So stay where God kept you first. Where God to stay there. You know, is Rebsi, the paramount ruler of Rebsi Kingdom, former chairman of our party and the director general of the governorship, the senatorial, House of Reps, House of Assembly candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Rivers State, the Secretary to Government, by the grace of God, the incoming governor, and my successor and his deputy, Sir Similaye Fubara, and Professor Mrs. Ngozima Odo, the Newe Emowa, or Sergeant Awusi, formerly of a bulldozer but now a traditional ruler, the former Attorney General of the state, Chief Adokie Amesimaka. Most of you don't even know that he was a former Attorney General. You just refer him only footballer. Don't allow what you have struggled for me. So this one was what you went to school and studied hard, ended before you were appointed the Attorney General. Our dear leaders that are here, the judges of the State High Court and the Customary Court of Appeal, members of National Assembly that are here, the members of the State Executive Council, special advisors, and traditional rulers that are here, party leaders across the line, members of the State Assembly, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all welcome and thank all of you for honoring our invitation. This is my last New Year banquet for the state. We did not do this 2 years ago because of the COVID. So we thank God Almighty that COVID period is gone, and we are lucky to at least host the last New Year banquet before the end of our tenure that will come up on May 29th, 2023. So for me, the Deputy Governor, we sincerely want to thank you and appreciate you for honoring our invitation. It's part of a short notice. Because we didn't do it 2 years ago, service commanders that are here, see, when people come, they don't greet you. I forgot if I was asking whether there are no service commanders. So service commanders that are here, I've seen the Air Force, I've seen the Navy, I've seen the police here. I've seen the police, I've seen the SSS. What director? Okay, I've seen director. I've not seen Navy here. Navy used to be very tall. Is it represented? Navy, probably the Army. Air Force is here. I've seen Air Force. So, but what about these people? Is it for the Army? Air Force, when they say service commanders, we begin to take the real military, and people have a role to play, but I don't think you are paramilitary, man. So let's be the paramilitary, other paramilitary agencies that are here, and so I don't want to make a mistake. Before you go there, they will call me. How did you call them service commanders? They will call me at the back. I say it's not their tradition. So don't hold me responsible, hold them responsible. So, sincerely thank you for honoring our invitation. Because we did not hold it in the last 2 years, we forgot that look, this January, which is normally the ritual, that we must hold a New Year banquet. And so it was when I got to London that I realized that we have 3-4 days to January 1st. But we did it 2 years. They said, no, it was COVID. So COVID has gone. They say, yes, that's okay. Now rush and print a card. But for us, we were very happy that you honored our invitation. Probably in an occasion like this, let me use this opportunity to thank the legislature, to thank the judiciary for working harmoniously with the executive. I'm sure since I came to power, we have never struggled on who is more important or who is less important. But once we have problems that affect the state, the judiciary, the legislature, the executive will put their head together and see how we'll be able to resolve problems that will move the state forward. There has never been a situation where the executive are going to lock the courts. There has never been a situation where the executive have moved the legislature to government house. Neither has there been any situation where the legislature or the judiciary says the executive must not function. So it has been a cordial relationship. So there's nothing like flexing of muscles, nothing like ego. Everybody believes that, look, we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to make sure that River State is in the position to improve the welfare of its citizens, to make sure that in terms of development, in terms of providing infrastructure, our people do not suffer because of this unnecessary wranglings, unnecessary flexing of muscles and ego, which will at the end of the day deprive the state of the needed benefit. So I want to congratulate and thank Mr. Speaker, to thank his colleagues, members of the Assembly. I want to thank the President of the Constitutional Court of Appeal that represents the Chief Judge, to thank him and to also thank the judiciary that, look, we appreciate, we in the judiciary, we appreciate this independent but mutual and cooperative relationship we've had in the state for the past 7.5 years. And that is why today people talk about the infrastructure development, people talk about the development in the state. If the legislature has said, look, Mr. Governor, Mr. Executive, well, we've seen your budget, we'll look at it. Two months, 3 months, 4 months, there's nothing you can do. Yes, by law, you can spend a certain percentage of the recurrent expenditure, but it's difficult to spend on capital expenditure because it's key. Oh, somebody can go to court, like so many people did, by challenging the budget of the state. I don't know how they saw the budget that, oh, this was not provided. and therefore the budget should not be implemented. So there are certain times usually we look at it from the view of public interest. If we do this now, that can collapse the entire state. We can go on while you are doing what you are doing. Because if you say salary should not be paid, if you say security should not be maintained, then you can imagine what will happen in the state. So that's why people may not understand, yes, independent but cooperatively. So this state is one of the states we have never had any rancor where legislators, some of them are taken to Abuja. No. When the ones you see them sitting, they're 32 in number, but you can't see less than 29 before the budget is passed. So, for me, for whatever achievement we have made, it would be wrong for anybody to deny the roles played by these other two arms of government. We could not have achieved this. Yes, we can come out and brag that we're the ones, commissioners and governors. But there are those, if they don't do their own work, you would not have achieved it. You would have even implemented it. So I thank God Almighty. Secondly, yes, they may have passed. Yes, judiciary is working with us. Yes, the state is working with us. But if the people are not giving you the support you require, contracts have been awarded, yes. Contractors have moved to site, yes. But there are community crisis, youth crisis. There's nothing the contractors can do. They will come back and say, look, we can't walk. And of course, you know, most contractors like when that kind of problem comes. So they will find a way to take their mobilization and run. Or they come for variation. As at the time you paid all this money, the price of cement was this. But when we left the site, the price of cement has gone up. It wasn't our fault. It was the people who chased us away. So you must also appreciate the people of the state who have come out to say, look, this project is our project and we own it. And therefore, there will not be any sabotage of any kind of project that is going on in the state. So, that we have achieved, our people say we have achieved. Our people must be commended for the role they have played. That is general commendation. But you can also do some what we call singular, some persons, leaders of the state. Leaders of the state, who from time to time ask you question, how are you doing? Where do you find it difficult? If they don't care, they won't ask. So they ask you, how are you managing? With this everyday exchange rate, Naira 800 to $1, 750 to $1, like that, like this. How are you managing it? So they feel concerned. They advise you with their own experiences. And when you get this advice from them, you put it together and then be able to see how you can sort out yourself. And at the end of the day, make sure that problems do not occur. So to our leaders, through Sir Dr. Peter and all other leaders that are here, and those of them that couldn't make it that have left their various villages, before this invitation card came out, we must also commend them for their roles. Commend our religious leaders who not only stand in gap for us, praying for the peace and unity of this state. Because if you don't handle everything to God, it doesn't matter how intelligent you are. If you don't hand over the affairs to God, then you'll be in a problem. How many times am I moving around? How many times have we knelt down to pray? People stand in gap for us. So we must commend our religious leaders for their prayers. Now this state, people thought that when we came in 2015, that the state will not survive. Today, we are not only surviving, we are surviving very, very well. So we must commend our religious leaders. We must also commend the security agencies. Look back. See how it was. And see how it is today. You must know that the security agencies have put in their best to save us. While we are snoring, while we are watching films, they're outside, than the creeks, than the forest, combing criminals out. And in course of doing, they are losing their own loved ones. And that has led to some of them, their wives are widows, children have lost parents, just to protect us. Look at this December. Look at what, just look at this period. I can tell you the success recorded by the security agencies. If we allow them to publish the way you are on television, is just what they want you to know. If you know the successes recorded, because I'm privileged to have the reports, to know what's happening daily. If you see any of the security any security person in this state, through their heads, commend them. They've done very, very well. They've very, very well. And I want to thank all of you that God in infinite mercy will also protect you, and you protected us. I can assure you we will not abandon our responsibility to give you the necessary support to fight crime and criminality in this state. Thank you, and God bless you.
Every day one music, every day one music. No, not change. Now, because it is my final dinner, yearly banquet. There are things you should know. When we came, and people must address their men back. And we came at a time. I watched a video recording a speech made by the former governor Rotimi Chibike Amechi, that it was because of bad administration that the people of the state suffering. What is bad administration? What is bad administration? Okay, maybe
The word bad administration, okay, because if there's a bad administration, it means there's no good governance. So let me call what is good governance? There cannot be good governance that's not predicated on rule of law and due process. Who can you actually accuse of bad administration? We came to this stage where we are 2015. There was no court. Maybe some of us forget, there was no court. There was no court, nothing called court. There was a coup against the third arm of government. It's only in Nigeria where you can stage a coup against the judiciary, you go free. Nobody can stage coup against judiciary in any developed society and you go free. You can never. Look at ordinary tax return of Donald Trump. Look at the problem. Not to talk about where you deny people liberty. You deny people access to justice. I have a contract problem. I can't go to court to solve my problem. I'm arrested unjustly by SSS. I can't go to court. My wife is pregnant. By the next 2 weeks, she will put to bed. She's arrested. The court is shut down. She's in police cell. Or she has been remanded to prison to come back so day. There's no court. She puts to bed in prison. Put yourself in a position where your wife was pregnant and arrested for one offense or the other, and they take her to court. And the court says, okay, come back tomorrow. This evening, somebody has come and locked up the court. So she can't come to court again tomorrow. She stays there till 3 months. The court is not open. 1 year, 1.5 years. She puts to bed. What name will you give to that child? With that kind of person, with that kind of child, when you are telling him or her the circumstances, how he or she came to the world, what can be bad administration than that? I'm asking all of us, define bad administration. You suffer a whole state not to have access to justice. And nobody said anything. It's only in this country where I say parliament can even screen somebody to be a minister that has shut the gate of justice. In an advanced country, every time people will say, oh, so person will win the American election. Trump will lose. Why will he lose? He's a racist. Fine. I agree. Oh, he doesn't believe in justice. Yes. You are here. Somebody took padlock, took chain, and came to the arm, locked up the court. Nigeria never said anything. Nigeria is a country I've never seen a country like it. And Parliament sat down. We have to confirm you as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chai country. Nigeria, chai. Who hears that? Who hears that? We came. We opened the court. Who was the first person that rushed to court when the court was open? The same man who changed the court. Yeah, you're laughing. Laugh. The man who denied other people liberty. Who said no? Go and have your child in the prison there. Have your child there. Then when he had a problem, he now remembered, oh, no, let me go to court. If we have allowed the chain to be there, would he have had access to justice? His man now that saying that it's we, bad administration. When Dr. Peter Lee was governor, Assembly never passed any bill in government house. Never one day. Never one day our Assembly sat here. Whether in the old brick house or in new house. Never. As governor, Assembly had never sat here. But it is during the last administration, the Assembly will pass budget and you know where we used to have our old banquet hall? No, what's it called now? No, it's not a Escort chamber. Yes, not Escort chamber. No. Auditorium. In government house. Assembly. Speaker, you were there at that time. You were there as a member of the house. You were there as a member of the house. You were there. And you know, it is so funny. It is so funny. Assembly now passing in government house. In government house. Nobody remembers that. Nobody talks about that. And that is the same person Nigerians will be watching. Talking about bad administration. How dare you? How dare you talk about bad administration? You can do everything, provide infrastructure. But when you deny people liberty, access to justice, you can't buy it. No amount of money can buy justice. I have that experience that their wife put to bed in prison and in the prison. Have that experience. Lawyers became taxi drivers. It's correct. And these are the people we celebrate. Some of us will see them when they are talking, he said they're making sense. How can such a person make sense? How? So we came, see what we saw. We said, no, we'll continue that way. Judiciary must be independent. Legislature must be independent. And that is what had led us to achieve what we have achieved. It's not by imposing yourself. You don't need to impose yourself. So I'm happy that even if you have not achieved anything, I did not shut down the court. I did not carry the legislature to government house. So, on that note, I've scored A. The score 0 here. Fail. F. Now, when you talk about governance, they say, oh, we provided 80 schools, private schools, health centers. There's nothing wrong about providing. What we're talking about is, as a government, you must do what they call priorities, relevance. I can sit here today and say, go to every community, go and put school. That's political. You put school where you know it is relevant and people will use it. You don't go and build a school for the sake of building a school. You build, it will be vandalized, nobody is there. And then you can't teach that you built a school. No, it's not possible. Now, you see, this is their own judgment, not me, not to me. Reports and recommendation of the River State Economic Advisory Council set up by the same governor. This is one economic council headed by Emeritus Professor Nimi Briggs, not illiterate like us, Emeritus Professor a gynecologist of what they put from what I had, though. No, because I'm not a woman now for me to know whether it's good or not. So I said from what I had, I read. So let me not go and say what I cannot defend. So if you ask me, you say that's what they said, or that's what I read. So take the book, go there. Don't question me. I don't know anything about gynecology. But emeritus professor, he said, look. He said, look. I don't know. He said. I hope the young man is listening to me this night. The former governor, I hope he's listening to me this night. Is his book or not real? Page 521. Page 521. Education sector. See what they said. A significant finding. Paragraph 2. Education sector. A significant finding during the tour inspection is that a number of the model primary and secondary schools in the rural areas are located far from population centers. Population is here. You build a school in 2,000 kilometers. Does it make sense? Or even where you locate the school, nobody is there. Nobody is there. And then you go and count, I built school. For who? School built, not used. Is it school? School built where there are no human beings. Is it school? If you want an award contract, it's okay. Of what value is this your school you have built? I was going to Abia State through HA. I was going to see my colleague, the governor of Abia, to his village. I couldn't believe it. When you pass through HA, through Imo, then it's about Abia. I didn't know that place isn't part of rivers. Look, there's no one house. No. Then there's a school. So we stopped. Sir, who is the school now? No building. Somebody came to you. Okay, give me a contract. Council of Education. Come here. Contract is hereby approved. Then the man, where are they putting the school? You don't know. Go and see all the communities. Schools. Nobody to use it. So this is their own findings. The same thing like health centers. I am not the one who produced this book. I've told head of service, we will produce more. Produce 10,000 copies, we will pay. We will give it to those that can have it. Go and see. Money misroad. This is what you call it. Money misroad. You spend money as if, somebody who has not seen money in life, can't believe 100 billion naira, put your hand in your pocket. You begin to dish out anything here without value. It doesn't make sense. Now look, today we're in Emowa. Government secondary school, Emowa. So many people graduated. My chief of staff went to that school too. All of them went to that school. A school, that's no problem. You went there and brought the school down. They are going to build a new school for them. As I speak to you, there's no government secondary school everywhere. Today, I have started building a new school for government secondary school. How? The same thing happened to government secondary school Ogu, where George Sakibon went to school. The governor went there, brought the school down. That he was going to build new school. He left office, there's not one school. Why not keep what is there? Renovate it.
Just want to show, oh, let it be, I'm the one who built this. Is that good administration? Today, look at the cost of what has cost River State to build a new government secondary school, Ogo. Go and see. So many schools were brought down. We will build a modern secondary school. Well, now I have awarded government secondary school. Okay, just go and see. Money you will take to renovate school. You will say, no, we have money to build. You bring it down. Build it now, wahala, we left. 8 years. 8 years left. Suffered the people. And that's what people call good administration. I won't do that. I'm not going to satisfy anybody. Because if I want to do something, I will do what you get value. And that's why I don't give people money who don't understand the value of money. And that is people, and people are campaigning to you. And you have the stamina to stay, listen. How? I was watching Tony Cole say, Transcalabari Road. You see, this government, Dr. Lee, just like this, Andoni Unit Road. For me, government is a continuum. When you know that a previous government had conceptualized something that will help the development of communities or certain areas, and probably because of short of time, that government could not complete it. There's nothing wrong. And you say, look, let me continue with this project. Because it is not a private money, it is public money. Every contract given as to that Transcalabari Road was cancelled. Was cancelled by my predecessor. All where the whole road had to start, no way. In 2012, Dr. Peter Tla awarded Transcalabari Road 9 billion. In 2006-07, before he left, and paid not less than 40%. That's 3.7% is 40%, right? Those of you who know mathematics, that's why I didn't go to medical doctor, engineering, all those things. I don't want where I will not survive. Let me stay where God has kept me. Now that contract was cancelled. No problem. Awarded to Lubrix in a different way to 21 billion naira. 21 billion naira in 2012. Out of 21 billion, you know how much was released? 2 billion. That's 10%. From 2012, I came in 2015 to Lubrix. When we came, nobody was aside. Of course. Who pays contractor 10% for 3 years? Even to move the equipment is no more than 10%. How can a job you want to sincerely finish do? You are worth 21 billion and you are mobilizing 2 billion for 3 years, knowing that Nigeria with the rate of inflation. I came on board. I called all the stakeholders. Look, I'm tired with this Transcalabari Road, today this one, today this one. Look, this has become important. If we had followed what the governor in 1999 did, when he came, and we have continued on that path, probably we were okay, we have finished phase 1, and now continued to our phase. But this one now, cancelled, this one, no work. We call the contractors back. Look, different design came up. Oh no, we won't pass through this area. It will not be through the right area. That's okay. Choose. Where do you want it now? And they agreed that they want to start where it will affect so many of the communities first. Deputy Governor, know what you said? So that only God knows my hands are clean. They agreed. That's okay. Nobody say, look, you're an indigenous contractor. Our business is to encourage indigenous contractors. This area they are now saying, can you do it? You say, yeah, sure. Yes, okay. Commissioner for Works is here. Where are you? You're from Calabar. Come. Before you deny me tomorrow, come here. Sorry, you know, it's my last New Year banquet. So, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. But it's good for the people to hear some of this truth. Come, it's your area. How much did they charge us for this one now, this first phase? Come and talk, stay away. But you're not going to, don't be going. Stay this way, stay where I'm going to keep you.
They charged us 13.4 billion naira.
13.4
billion.
13.4.
Yes, sir.
Have you paid?
100%.
Did you say 90%? No. Come and repeat what you said.
We've paid 100%.
No, we need to enjoy life now. Speak that well.
100%, sir.
Now, 100% were paid. When are we commissioning this first phase?
By the end of this month, sir.
Well, go. Now, you see, 13.something billion. How did you pay it? We are paying 1 billion every month from our IGR. We sign an ISPO. Take 1 billion naira every month for 13 months. And we are finished paying. So how would they award a job of 21 billion naira for 3 years? You are paying 2 billion. How? Did you want to do that job? No. Certainly not. Certainly not. Certainly not. Now, just to tell you, these liars, that they are the ones with the transcript, it's not correct. And that too, you see, it's the same people. Our people hears a lot of things. It's the same people. What's the bad administration? In order for us to have enough power, the people does not try to, of course, it may have cost him some, he must have paid for the prices. Because power was essentially under the exclusive list. You know, when you are coming from an area that, an area that people don't give that kind of, you want to do a lot of things that, look, let me break away and do things that there was no frustration that was not given to him. There's not one that was not given to him. But he did everything to say no, must happen. 3 gas turbines, 3. Somebody came and sold the gas turbine to himself. $308 million in 2014. Sold to Sahara. Who is Sahara? Who is Sahara? The one he is presenting to be governorship candidate. I took this, sold to him. You, come and be governor. You, what are you coming to do? And I just want to do this. Now you're bringing your leg, you want to come here. You want to be governor, go back. $308 million US. I don't say you no go school. Now secondary. Calculate them. Take 500, don't go 700. Take 500. Do quick, if not, I will remove your secretary. Calculate quick. Let me see whether you are very traded. Okay, since you don't want to. Billion. That is lower. I bought it at the lower price, 158 billion. I bought it at 154 billion. I bought it at 500. This money was paid December 8, 2014 through Access Bank. I came in May 29th. Do you know the balance? From $308 million to $308,000. $308 million to $308,000. No problem. What is the benefit? Where is the money? Where did it go to? From how did the water enter melon? You know, people are laughing. Now, the same company that bought it, you will see where we also pay the company back $50 million that we borrowed money from the bank, from the company. The company is now a bank. We sold to them 308 million. They paid though. Not that they say, okay, deduct. Did you understand me? Deduct. Don't pay the 308. 308 minus 50 will be how much? 2 something. Is that not correct? Now they paid the $308 million to us. And then we now pay them back $50 million that we took loan from them. Have you seen that kind of business? Okay. They totally bought legacy. Not for himself. Dash 8, helicopter. It's not written in all the stream. It reversed the government. He left. We came. I was here. Somebody priced to buy Dash 8 as $6 billion from somebody from River State. He said no. That the government of Cross River State has offered to buy Dash 8, $6.5 million US. Fine, good money. Good money. Businessman, good. Where is the money now? Oh, the state government of Cross River paid 100 million naira. Dash 8 has disappeared. 100 million naira of $6.5 million. Where is the legacy? Legacy has been taken away to Germany. No record, nothing. People now came to us that they want to buy our legacy. I said, where is it? They said it's in Germany. How? No record. They said, no, that you know you can't sell play anyhow. Because believing that their candidate would have won 2015 election as governor. And then they would have taken it at their own plane. But God did not allow it to happen. They lost. Not only losing, they lost woefully. When I was saying about this, people thought it was politics. What was written on that place is Our Ladies of Lords. Thank God today we have brought back that plane. Look at our monorail. Good administration, good administration. If you read this document, you will carry gun and go and kill whoever superintended all this. That concrete you are seeing there, concrete. You know what it cost us? 54 billion. 1.1 kilometer. Good administration. Good one. Good one. My happiness I told the people of the state, give me support. Give us support. And I can beat my chest. I'm not a saint, but I can beat my chest and say, to the glory of God, we have done very, very well. Today, look at the currency exchange. We are filling the first phase of Ahoda to Amok. We have done from Amok now to Ewema, the boundary between us and Imo. Now I've awarded from where we stopped in Amok now, I mean in Ahoda, to Johannesburg, to complete to Amok. Sabinwa Bori Kono. Commission of Works, how many kilometers? Sabinwa to Kono. That is your going from Bori to Kono or Sabinwa to Kono. Oh, doctor, come here. You think I don't know? You think I don't know what I'm doing? Okay, see, to Bori was phase 1. Bori to Kono, phase 2. Now, from Sabinwa to Bori, how many kilometers?
The total is 33 kilometers, sir.
Fine, okay. From Sabinwa to Kono is 33 kilometers.
No, the total from Sabinwa to Kono, that's correct.
That's 33 kilometers. Fine. How much the cost? Do alive?
14 plus 12.4, that 26, about 26 billion.
26 billion.
Yes, sir.
Are we owing?
No.
We are not owing.
We are not owing.
Have we commissioned it?
We have commissioned it.
Come back. Now, ordinarily is a truncated road. Now from Chokocho to the boundary we have with Imo, how many kilometers?
22 kilometers.
From Chokocho to...
Yes, so Igbodo.
What's the contract price?
About 80 billion.
18 billion. How much have you paid?
We've paid about 85%.
I don't know division. How much is it? I don't know about division. Okay, let me have it. We have paid 15 billion out of 18 billion. Now, we are doing, which is supposed to be another federal government road, Oyibo, to their boundary with Abia, right? You pass Afan. Now, we agreed with the owners, those who bought Afan this thing, that we should partner together. I don't know, it's one of these owners of bank. They came to us. That look, let's partner with the state government. Take 50%, we'll take 50%. It's okay. Let's do the road. Let's know what's how much. How much is it? They said. The total of Oyibo road you are doing to a boundary of the Abia.
About 11 billion, sir.
11 billion.
Yes, sir.
How much have you paid?
We paid about 75%.
75%. This may have mathematics, may have go school mathematics. Anyway, but the point is, the man who owned the bank, did he even want naira?
No.
They lured us because they have AFAM. And we agreed. We now paid. Bring your own money. A grammar. Just look at when I talk about integrity, people don't understand. Now he has used us. We can't go back. Ordinarily, this is money we have used to apply to another area. But he has used us. We have become Mugu to the businessman. None of them. Nobody, not one. People just like to exploit River State. When he said no, it becomes a fight. When he said no, I don't agree. When we were building this law school, I wrote to banks. I wrote to Banquet. Bua. All of them. And all of you use our road, this, Zenith Bank, all of them. And Zenith Bank people have made a lot of money to River State. All. As I speak to you today, not one gave us a dime. The only people in Indorama where we have share. Out of 18, 19 billion of that law school, Indorama gave us 600 million. Nobody gave a dime. And we built it in a record of 10 months. And we did not borrow money from anybody. You know, so when people say, look, we came here, I just look. I can't understand it. I can't. I see the money you spend here. I see the money you spend in this state. What is our own? What do we do? That nobody can appreciate us. What did we do? Look, see government house, see trailers there. Blocking government house every day. When I shout now, oh, you did this and that. Look at government house. So, things, people just do all kinds of things. You say this, oh, you have done this, oh, why are you doing this? We are one Nigeria. It's only when it concerns we are one Nigeria. I don't understand it. I'm saying it for all of you to hear, it's because the people should hear. Look at the roads we have done. Look at from the SSS, director, your junction there. Look at how the tankers have taken over the road. I'm the one, I gave the reservoir to do this, and they've done it. Who paid the money? They've taken over the road. If I say, look, you that own the tank farm, go and show where they will park. They say, oh, they will go and strike. This weekend, you won't do too much. We can't continue that way. There comes a time you must say, enough is enough. What have we got to, what is the, let anybody tell me. So, I have, and I'm sure, all the projects we are awarding now, are flagging off now, by the grace of God, none of it will take more than 4 months because nobody can say we have not commissioned 50%. No. I'm ready to pay everything. Even if I will lose small for the new coming person for his 100 days to commission. Because he has something to commission for 100 it's a ritual now. If you don't do it in 100 days, you have not done well. So we leave. But the point is that each day people send me text. In fact, one boy was smart, or even smart, from Bonnie, send me text. Just trying to give us a New Year gift. Bonnie and Tana Rose. Everybody sending me text. Che, help me now, my community in Tana Rose. So now, government has now gone to Tana Road, no more the normal roads. But it gives you happiness. That people are appreciating that you are doing something. And that's governance. It's governance. So, for me, I thank God Almighty and to all those who gave us support. That God, who made you to give us that support, will continue to bless you people. Because if you did not give all this support, nobody will be hearing my name by now. So, sir, I want to, on behalf of my wife, thank you and your wife. And those who followed you to give me support to make sure we are victorious. If I cough now, they are worried. If I don't cough, they are worried. So, it is because you gave me support. Did you give me support and abandon me? He gave me support and still remained to show actually that you gave a genuine support. Not these people whose leg is here, whose leg is here. Any government in Ajib, the idea. So, my own are finished. I'm going. But for you and for the state, you must know what is good for our state. The fight that Peter Odle fought for the state is the same fight I'm carrying on. Everybody who does not want the existence of River State, I will not agree. Anything that affects the existence of River State, I will fight it. I will. When people say, I used to abuse Buhari, I've never abused Buhari. Never. Never. But I've criticized and I'll continue to criticize the policies of Buhari that is not good for us. The one he has done that's good for us, I'll say it, which I said. It's not correct. Security people didn't write a report and sent. I will continue to criticize. That's the last one they did now. They want to collect our money. I've gone to court against them. I will not joke. I cannot sell River State for whatever it is. I will not do it. If I bring all the oil blocks, I will not sell this state. I won't. For whatever, I will never. The state has given me everything. I will continue to protect the interests of state wherever I am. If you like, go and hold meeting, how you will kill me tomorrow is your business. My blood will be on your head. If you succeed, it's your business. You will not sleep, I'm gone. But nobody can intimidate me to do what is not right. I will not do it. Anything that's not for the interest of River State, count me out. Others can go and sell and put in their pocket. But at the end of the day, you will pay. You will give account of what you have done. If you don't give account, your children will give account. Money is not everything in life. If I wanted money, I can negotiate. So many things I will negotiate. Put it in my pocket. EFCC will come here. I might be the only one who have gone to EFCC. Will I be the last? No. But we have conscience. Being a Christian is not by going to the altar to roll down and wear your white and lie down, tumble and tumble and tumble. It's a lie. It's here. It's here. So, please, these few months we have, don't relent, don't abandon us. Continue to pray for us so that we can finish well as we are doing. Because this is the most critical period. These 4 or 5 months we have can change a lot of things. So we require support. Thank you and God bless you.
This is Channels Television. You've been watching our delayed broadcast of the River State Government 2023 New Year State Banquet that held at the Banquet Hall in Government House, Port Harcourt, the state capital. We'll now return to Lagos to continue with our regular broadcast. Stay with us.